It's time for Missing Words. All right, captains, here's how Missing Words works. I'm going to give your team some recent news headlines with keywords cut out, and you'll have to fill in the blank and give us the full story. Here's your headline. 1 in 50 men believe they can blank.
Beat Serena Williams at tennis.
Eat a whole bear. I think 1 in 50 is like, I could do it.
1 in 50 men believe they can outrun a champion racehorse. According to a poll commissioned ahead of England's Grand National Horse Race, 2% of men think they could beat a horse in a 100-meter sprint. Beat a horse? The thing by which we measure the power of a car.
It's got 500 horsepower, but 1,000 Jerry power.
The first 10 yards, I got him. This is a 100-yard sprint.
You don't have him in the first 10 yards.
It's not a cheetah. It doesn't have the, like, it's got a...
But they specify champion racehorse. This is not like a birthday party pony. This is like a serious
No one can outrun a birthday party pony.
The survey goes on to say that 22% of adults believe that they could lift a chimpanzee off the ground.
Like Bubbles, yeah, he wants it. But like a chimp in the wild?
I could lift a chimpanzee off. How much does a chimp weigh?
Wait, but is he fighting you or does he want to snuggle?
Roy, is he fighting me or does he want to
It's one of them older chimps with the player goatee, that like gray.
How hard could that be? How heavy is a chimp? Can you please look up how heavy a chimpanzee is?
Now, this isn't the first time questions like this have been asked. In 2021, a YouGov poll found that 61% of Americans think that they could defeat a goose.
I could fuck up a goose.
I'm telling you, absolutely.
14% think they could beat a kangaroo.
Yeah.
And 6% of Americans think they could win a fight against a grizzly bear. Because the other 94% were not on cocaine when asked.
I feel like I could outwit a grizzly bear.
Yeah. One riddle. Done.
Here's your headline. Michigan man keeps track of his colleagues blank.
The tricky part about this part of the show is, like, if it's a joke answer, it might be right. And if it's your honest guess, it could be right. And I have to say bowel movements, and I'm not sure if that's a joke or if that's right.
And I have to say nipples because it's right.
Two.
Michigan man keeps track of his colleagues' verbal flubs and blunders. A sales executive at Ford named Michael O'Brien spent years tracking his co-workers' verbal mistakes. Take a look.
This is the board word shrine.
An exhaustive list of every time someone at the office flubbed a phrase. I heard it through the grapefruit. I don't want to be a dead horse. Too many cooks in the soup. He's now passed the torch to several co-workers, though in their words, O'Brien is forever unbackfillable.
Y'all never heard it through the grapefruit? Ooh, I heard it through the grapefruit. Y'all don't know the classics. Let's do a mini version of Missing Words. I'll give you a phrase from that guy's whiteboard with one word missing, and you fill in the blank. Let's start with, let's not reinvent the blank.
The TV.
The light bulb.
Calculator?
Let's not reinvent the ocean. Yes.
You know what? It is maybe worth keeping track of some of this stuff.
But I thought that's what aquariums were. An aquarium is reinventing the ocean. What about, we need to talk about the elephant in the blank.
Tub.
Elephant in the moon?
Elephant in the moon, elephant in the...
Trunk?
Ooh.
We need to talk about the elephant in the closet.
Okay.
Here's your next headline. Farmer who stands just 4'3", believed to be world's blank.
Smartest goat.
Best human scarecrow?
A farmer who stands just 4'3", believed to be the world's oldest person after reaching 125th birthday.
Wow.
Oh.
Recently retired Peruvian farmer named Marcelino Abad Tolentino is claimed to be the world's oldest man. Here he is on his special day. Let's get a look at that.
Oh.
My question about the birthday cake, if you make it to 125, why I gotta be in a wheelchair on the cake too? Like, I'm in the wheelchair in real life, let me stand up. It's time for Vicarious. The rules are simple. I give you 3 biographical details about a public figure, but only one detail is true. You have to guess which is the truth and which are ugly, stinking, no good lies. Let's get started. Time for 3 facts about CNN's chief data analyst, Harry Enten, seen here in his Sears portrait studio photo shoot. Facts about Harry are, he was college roommates with Wiz Khalifa. He doesn't vote. He owns over 3,000 X-Men comic books. Amber, I'll start on your side. Which one is true?
I know Harry Enten. There are not too many of us in the political data nerd world, but I bet you maybe he doesn't vote. Like, you will hear some journalists say that sometimes, like, I don't vote because...
I don't mind fascism.
It probably is number 2, but I agree that that's a bummer. So I feel like he owns over 3,000 X-Men comic books.
Harry Enten does not vote.
No.
Time for 3 facts about Laura Ingraham. Seen here threatening to call ICE on your establishment. We all know and love Laura Ingraham.
Sure.
She's the racist voice in Megyn Kelly's head. Our facts are... Laura Ingraham once had a license plate that said far right. Her dad owned 7 Dairy Queens. She suffers from rare Buford's disease, which causes hardening of the eyelids, which is true.
First of all, that license plate says fart.
I'm between 1 or 2, but you've really sold me on 1.
We'd like to go with 1, Roy.
Okay, far right tag.
I just want her to suffer, so I'm going to say number 3.
Yeah, for me it's between 2 and 3, but I'm gonna go with 3.
The answer is number 1. While in law school, Laura Ingraham drove a Honda hatchback with the license plate far right.
Yay! That idiot was driving around with a license plate that said fart, and I loved it. Yes, everyone who was behind her was like, this girl loves farts. I love it, love it.
Laura's always been a little far right. Let's get a sense of some of those far right views.
Heaven forbid black conservatives keep them out of that. It's like back of the bus for you.
God bless you and God bless the United States of America.
She was doing it before Elon. She was doing the Nazi salutes before they was cool.
You're sure she wasn't trying to pet a ghost?
You could plausibly say, oh, this was just a thing. She was just saying hello and whatever. You have a harder time with you should go to the back of the bus, she said to a black conservative.
You a black conservative? That's the nicest thing anyone said to you all day.
Now, Laura Ingraham is married to her job these days, but she's dated some of Washington's most eligible bachelors. Quick side game here. Which of these DC hotties did Laura Ingraham date? Liberal pundit Keith Olbermann, conservative commentator Dinesh D'Souza, Senator Lindsey Graham, economist Larry Summers, and Senator Ted Cruz. That is a marry if kill yourself situation. Now, you're our Washington insider.
That's right. Ooh. And we know the answer. Tell them.
I think we should guess Keith Olbermann.
I do think it's Keith Olbermann.
I think it probably is, but the only other plausible one to me is Dinesh D'Souza, and so rather than just agreeing,
I see.
I'd like to go with
Dinesh D'Souza.
felon Dinesh D'Souza.
Laura Ingraham has reportedly dated everybody you see except for Ted Cruz, because you have to draw the line somewhere.
She dated Lindsey Graham.
Yeah.
When you say reportedly, who reported that?
Was it Lindsey Graham's mother? Well, I heard they were all cozy together at the social.
The New York Post reported in 1999 that, quote, leggy blonde pundit Laura Ingraham and chubby cheek rep Lindsey Graham are an item.
Just massage this down a little bit.
This has been Like Curious. More after the break. Welcome back to Have I Got News for You?